to our Madam Mistress of Ceremonies, to our very outstanding entrepreneur who has brought us here this evening, to my sister, friend, and colleague, the gentlelady from Maryland, the Honorable Donna Edwards. To all of our very distinguished honorees, I'd like to highlight and put an exclamation point behind our Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, the Honorable Madam Dorothy Height. I'd like to acknowledge our small business champion, Tracy L. Pinson. Our International Business Awardee, Phyllis Sher Jones. Our Executive Leadership Award recipient, Joan Robinson Berry. Our Emerging Leader recipient, Audria Gregg, student. And our University HBCU Leadership Award to Dr. Teresa Merriweather O'Rourke, Alabama A&M University. I am so pleased to be here at the salute of minority women in business. I'm Congresswoman Yvette Clarke of the 11th Congressional District, Brooklyn, New York. And I know what it is to celebrate being a woman. It's not something that is done often. Oftentimes the work we do goes unrecognized and unrewarded. So it is great when we can come together in such a very festive environment with so many well-wishers, so many blessings being poured upon us. We need that sometimes, don't we, women? Wouldn't it be great for every day to be just like this one? Like Groundhog's Day, we just keep waking up and waking up and waking up. But I'd like to mention the MBDA Director Henson, who is with us, and SBA Regional Administrator Bean, who is also with us. These are key folks in the work that we're about. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to salute the collection of female entrepreneurs that are being presented with awards. I am proud to stand with you as we salute the many contributions of women worldwide, especially the strides that we are making in the business world. Please just join me in sending a thank you beam out to this year's honorees for positively impacting our community and our world. As the only Black woman member of the House Committee on Small Business, I am well aware of the many contributions made by women entrepreneurs in our economy. I'm just so sensitive to it. It is something that just leaps out at us, something to be acknowledged, to put an exclamation point behind, because it happens so infrequently in our culture. I just wanted to recognize that this is a very great responsibility and one that I take very seriously. Female entrepreneurs lead successful businesses, providing jobs for the people in our communities and guaranteeing quality products and services nationally and internationally. 10.1 million firms are owned by women, employing more than 13 million people and generating 1.9 trillion in sales as of 2008. That's right. 3/4 of all women-owned businesses are majority owned by women, for a total of 7.2 million firms employing 7.3 million people and generating 1.1 trillion in sales. Women-owned firms account for 40% of all privately held firms, and women of color own 1.9 million firms in the U.S. These firms employ 1.2 million people and generate 165 billion in revenues annually. As you can plainly see, our contribution to the U.S. economy is substantial. These are great stats, but let me stress to each of you assembled here today, the struggle continues. Last month, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York released a troubling report entitled Gender and the Availability of Credit to Privately Held Firms. The report indicated that while women own businesses and have had major positive strides, it found that women-owned firms are significantly more likely to be discouraged from applying for credit. In addition, the report concluded women-owned businesses face challenges in growth, business model diversification, and technical capabilities. The report also showed that there are major disparities between women-owned businesses compared to male-owned businesses. Compared to male-owned firms, female firms are significantly smaller as measured by sale assets and employment, more likely to be organized as proprietorships and less likely to be organized as corporations, more likely to be in retail, trade, and business services, and less likely to be in construction, secondary manufacturing, and wholesale trade industries, and more inclined to have fewer and shorter banking relationships. The bottom line is that female entrepreneurs need more support. I have long been an advocate for women-owned businesses, and it is vital that we improve existing programs and explore the need for new ones to narrow this achievement gap. Female entrepreneurs are not alone. There are federal government resources available. In addition to this high-tech, socially networked age, there are numerous resources online. The Small Business Administration has an Office of Women Business Ownership, OWBO. It exists to establish and oversee a network of women business centers, WBCs, throughout the United States and its territories. Through the management and technical assistance provided by the women's business centers, entrepreneurs, especially women who are economically or socially disadvantaged, are offered comprehensive training and counseling on a vast array of topics in many languages to help them start and grow their own businesses. Beyond the government resources, modern-day female business persons have an awesome resource: each other. Each other. With technology being as advanced as it is, the net allows us to connect with each other no matter where we live, Brooklyn or Brookline, Mass., from Kingston to Kansas. Women are connecting with each other every day, forming online social networks devoted to business topics, sharing knowledge and contacts, brainstorming, and setting the table for future success. Technology also affords female entrepreneurs the opportunity to monitor the best opportunities that are out there. For example, the Obama administration has a tremendous resource in the recovery.gov, which lists all the contracting opportunities created by the economic stimulus bill. I encourage all of you to avail yourself of this resource. But again, you are not alone. My beautiful black sisters, entrepreneurs, lastly, you have a resource in me. As the sole member of the CBC on the Small Business Committee in any chamber of Congress. I'm uniquely situated to monitor progress in the areas I've mentioned, as well as to study any new issues you may bring to my attention. Use my office as a resource. Reach out to me and my staff if there's a pressing concern that needs oversight or a possible rewrite in legislation. I am fully committed to the success of Black female entrepreneurs and will never be ashamed to say it. Thank you, staff. As Black women, we have always been enterprising and hardworking, making lemonade out of lemons for centuries. From Madam C.J. Walker to Ursula Burns, Xerox's new CEO, Black women have proven that we are a force to be reckoned with around the world, and we've only just begun. Women have made great strides, but there is still more work to do. Women like myself are grateful that we have the strong shoulders of prior generations on which to stand. Let us not rest, but as a community, let us continue to provide the support that is needed to nurture the next generation of women leaders. And so I thank you this evening. I thank you for inviting me to be a participant and a witness to the strengthening of ourselves, of our community, of our entrepreneurs. I salute all of the awardees for all of your tremendous accomplishments. And I ask God's blessings on the rest of your proceedings this evening and the work that you do each and every day in your families and throughout our communities. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. Thank you.